Hello, everyone. Today, we will explore together the most terrifying monsters in Greek mythology. 1. The Typhon. Typhon is the oldest monster in Greek mythology. Typhon is believed to be a massive creature with the strangest form ever known, a humanoid body with hundreds of different snake heads and tails, with fire blazing from its eyes, causing terror in any creature that sees it. Typhon plotted to overthrow Zeus to become the king of the gods. After cosmic scale battles, Zeus used his thunderbolt to crush Typhon beneath Mount Etna volcano. Since then, it has been imprisoned forever but continues to spew fire with the desire for revenge. Known as the father of monsters, Typhon is believed to be the cause of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions as acts of vengeance against the gods. 2. The Hydra. The Hydra is Typhon's offspring. The Hydra is described as taking the form of a giant snake with multiple heads. Its blood contains poison, and its breath smells so foul that it could make people pass out. Greek literature and poetry have mentioned the Hydra monster many times in different versions, but the most famous story is about the Hydra that was slain by the hero Hercules. This Hydra monster was known as the Hydra of Lerna because it lived in a swamp in the Lerna region of Greece. 3. The Charybdis. Charybdis is a monster that sucks in seawater and then spews it out, creating whirlpools that harm common people. Charybdis is the daughter of the sea god Poseidon and the earth goddess. Charybdis is described as having a large face that must drink a large amount of seawater every day. When this monster opens its mouth, it creates terrible whirlpools. The story of Charybdis is associated with King Odysseus of Ithaca's difficult journey through the Strait of Messina between the giant whirlpool of Charybdis on one side and the multi-headed white monster Scylla on the other. Odysseus used his intelligence to balance the ship's direction and successfully navigate through the strait. 4. The Chimera. In Greek mythology, the Chimera is considered an evil and frightening monster, a sibling of the Hydra and Cerberus. This monster breathes fire and has the head and body of a lion, a tail that is a snake, and on its back grows a goat's head and a dragon's head. It was later killed by the hero Bellerophon with the help of the divine horse Pegasus. 5. The Cerberus. In Greek mythology, Cerberus is the three-headed hound of Hades with a snake's tail, a fierce guardian at the gates of the underworld. Although confined to the underworld, Cerberus yearned for a human head, which shows that Cerberus possessed humanity and was not completely bestial. 6. The Minotaur. The Minotaur is a half-bull, half-human monster. Legend has it that the Minotaur was the child of Pasiphae, wife of King Minos, and the white bull Cretan bull. Later, the Minotaur was killed by the hero Theseus. Theseus personally sought out the Minotaur and fought to protect the people of Athens when visiting the island of Crete. King Minos' daughter fell in love with Theseus and voluntarily guided the hero down into the labyrinth to fight the Minotaur. After successfully slaying the monster, Theseus chose another of King Minos' daughters, Phaedra, as his wife. 7. The Cyclops. The Cyclops is a mythological monster famous for having a face with only one eye, taking the form of a giant, hairy ape. Cyclopes were considered weapon makers for the god Zeus, helping him overthrow the rule of Cronus, one of the 12 giant Titan gods. In fact, Cyclopes also produced many weapons for other gods, such as the trident of the sea god Poseidon, the divine bow of the goddess Artemis, and the helm of darkness of the god Hades. 8. The Sirens. Legend has it that sirens were creatures with the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a bird, with extraordinarily beautiful voices. Once, the goddess Hera organized a singing contest between the sirens and the goddess Muses themselves, the goddesses of music who were daughters of Zeus and the goddess of wisdom Mnemosyne. Unfortunately, the sirens lost the contest, and their feathers were plucked clean by the Muses to make garments as trophies. Without feathers, sirens could no longer fly, and their lower bodies gradually transformed into fishtails. It is said that if sailors rejected a siren's love, they would face dangerous ill fortune. When a siren was hurt, the entire crew would also experience a series of unfortunate events. However, mermaids are still considered gentle creatures in mythology and nature. 9. The Griffin. The griffin is a Greek mythological creature described as a hybrid between a lion and an eagle, with the body of a lion but the wings and head of an eagle. According to legend, the griffin was the king of all animals because its body was a mixture of the lord of the forest and the king of birds. Griffins frequently appeared in literary works and drawings from ancient Greek times. 10. Medusa. In Greek mythology, Medusa was an extremely fierce demon. According to legend, Medusa was once a beautiful woman with gorgeous, flowing hair that was extremely alluring. Because of this, Medusa became conceited, believing herself to be more beautiful than the goddess Athena. Medusa's beauty attracted the sea god Poseidon. When pursued by Poseidon, Medusa ran to Athena's temple, thinking she would be protected by the goddess. But despite her pleas to Athena, Medusa could not escape Poseidon. Afterward, Athena transformed Medusa into a female demon with the power to turn to stone anyone who looked into her deadly eyes, changed her beautiful hair into snakes, and made Medusa's hands of bronze with claws sharper than knives. From then on, Medusa became a terrifying female demon whom no one dared approach. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you won't miss the next interesting video.